Hello, beautiful people of the internet. My name is Whelsko, and welcome to another episode of the Business Behind Gaming, where we take a look at what gaming has to offer and the exciting things that you can buy in the store. Because we all know skins is life and skins is love. So, with that being said, we're gonna take a look at the Season 5 Battle Pass, which I basically missed, not necessarily because I didn't have the time, but because I'm an idiot that can't really schedule. And Season 5 had a pretty big impact in terms of the Battle Pass that it was holding. I was generally pretty happy with it. And as you probably can see from what I have straight in front of me, the had more than just a little impact on the game, as you probably know that this skin in particular is basically known as anybody who plays sweaty, and there's a particular reason for that we will get into. But one of the wonderful things that I found about the Battle Pass in Season 5 was of course that for the first time tracer rounds were added. Generally speaking, before this they were basically exclusive to the store. So there was no other way to get them except for buying them in the store. Luckily, they added this thing in, and if the latest true game data is correct, God knows, then basically the AN94, if the meta ever, the DMR meta ever goes away, this thing will be absolutely broken. And it's nice that they give you these skins for the, or at least these blueprints for not too overpowered weapons, because in essence, it basically is a black cameo that has tracer rounds, and those tracer rounds are exciting because it makes everything easier, or gunfights easier to see for those who are using it and those that it's being used against. So I really like these. So, other than that, since I have a hard time scrolling back to it, there aren't many blueprints for it that I can remember out of the top of my head. What I do know is that the Grau in question, that has seen some nerf, is Season 5, and this Season 5, but I don't know exactly which one. It's nice, those blueprints, but the same thing happens with the battle pass that we're currently in. It has two blueprints for the same weapons, which is, I mean, with the amount of weapons that are available, it kind of feels unfortunate, because this is then for the Type 63. And this is also for the Type 63, and I don't know what the benefit is of having basically pretty identical looking blueprints, just with no different skin. I mean, it's content at the end of the day, so it's not that, it's a big issue, but, variation is a little bit nice. And having seen those two crowd things, but what do we have to say about the Battle Pass? Definitely is vehicle customization. No, just kidding. The real thing is that's important is gonna be the actual outfits, the skins. But what they did add, if I'm not mistaken, were these things: the weapon, the what you call it, the music in the car, that everybody who basically gets in the car can listen to it. So that's a nice addition. I mean, is it a good competitive addition? No. And especially there, what you call it, this one, yeah, that's a copyright disaster for anybody who wants to. They're nice additions, but if you're gonna upload video on YouTube with this in the background, things might get a little bit tricky. But the fact that they innovated upon it and basically gave you more filler content that wasn't really filler content, because I've said many times before, you need 100 tiers in the battle pass, you need some filler content that basically nobody's ever gonna use or see. So that's important. But that being said, then again, also, we could take a look at the filler content, although I basically don't have really a clue where it even is, Let's see if we can filter. Of course, we cannot, this is some of the filler content. You can judge for yourself whether this was worth it, or whether you actually knew that it even existed if you completed it. But then again, you know, and as I've said time and time before, like the art on these things is fucking bazoinkis. This is really, really good. Like, it's some high quality stuff, you know. It's just unfortunate that, you know, it's art that nobody ever will see. It's also kind of never does make a lot of sense because, you know, it jumps from style to style, from art to art. I mean, it's still nice, don't get me wrong, like, I fucking love it, but it's a little bit too much, basically filler that doesn't get used. And of course, that's psychologically, because if you get 100 items or you get 10 items, if you never use the 90, you still have more dissatisfaction of, I got 90 items more than I would have normally. So, yeah. You know, you can hate on it all you want. Unfortunately, that's just human psychology. The more we get, the easier it becomes. And of course, gestures and sprays. You know, Season 5. You know, these are the things that's really filler content, because when is the last time you actually used one of these for real? And if you do, why would you do? Now, these ones are actually, you know, they have a strategic element to them, but don't think a lot of people will use it. But that being said, that's the filler content. So that was basically the big new thing that they added, the tracks, and then of course filler content. I basically do it out of all tracks. So one of the beautiful things that they added was the minimalistic, you know, the whole team of Season 5 Battle Pass with Shadow's Company. That's the one Shepard is in. I really find this one quite original. But it's a store unlock. And we focus on the Battle Pass. So it's basically these all black skins for the SUV, for the chopper, for the truck. You know, and the chopper has a nice trail effect, which is super dope. You know, it makes you a little bit more visible, but then again, it's very clean looking, to put it like that. And some people, you know, they don't like these types of choppers where, you know, you have all these visual art elements. Some people just like it clean and smooth, and that's where these skins basically were a nice addition to the game. Because, I mean, it looks like the chopper in game, but it has some nice flair to it. And of course, Tech Rover, same thing. You know, you could say, well, that's an easy reskin. Just put, you know, paint the car black and put a logo on it. But some people like more minimalistic stuff, and they will buy a $300 shirt that says a certain name on it with a font that has almost no effort put in. And even the logo in question is ripped off, I've heard. The logo of Supreme. Inspired by something that is basically stealing almost. That being said, that's a whole other different video and topic for another day. I don't know if for sure it's stolen. But Supreme in itself isn't, you know, the most complicated logo in the world. And if basically, you know, that, to be honest, now that I think about it, that might, you know, actually be, what you call it, a fucking killer money making. Like, just, is there a vehicle skin in here? Or, you know, just a normal skin. Basically make like a dude. Oh, yeah, there's like this dude. The Rodion. He has like the burger shirt thingy. So what if, you know, they collab with like somebody like Supreme and just basically put it like you know, a shirt with Supreme logo and $300 a pop. Oh wow. And then to imagine that they would like actually limit the amount of purchases that are allowed to be made in the store, just so that you know, limited supply basically, the way Supreme does the real life. Wow, that would be actually be a killer idea. Probably not a good one in terms of, you know, it would piss off the whole of the gaming community, and for good reason. Because $300 for a skin that is quote unquote officially licensed. And of course we've seen this before. It's not that the licensing agreement, you know, whereby another IP gets thrown into the Call of Duty universe or the gaming universe, is such a weird idea, because until the end of the day, they proven it themselves with the legendary film franchises, I guess, the Saw movie, the Texas Chain Massacre movie. Oh yeah, those two alone. So over those two franchises, and that's the thing you see here. So it wouldn't be that much of a far stretch. But that being said, that's more of my crazy idea, which I do not support, by the way. I'm not in the mood for seeing people running around with 300 bucks Supreme shirts. So, that being said, since we can see here this, I think even this skin comes from the Season 5 Battle Pass? No. So this is one of the skins in it. Probably nobody wears it, nobody gives a shit about that. So, Otter also has some Season 5 skins. Again, you know, probably somebody will wear this once and then it will be over. But there are two that there were two that I have seen quite a lot, and that is, of course, can't find them anymore. That's the beard dude, Lee Lecron. Come on, what's his name? What's his name? What's his name? Oh lol, they're fucking all the way here. This one also has a Season 5 battle, Season 5 skin. This one I've seen quite a lot. So this one is a pretty good one in terms of its usage. So, and this is just not on the version of that. Lurch, that's the guy. That was the main guy also in the trailer. You know, this guy, seen him quite a lot. He's a little bit bulky, so you know, you might be easier to spot when you play as this guy. Although he's put out in pretty much, you know, full black. And of course, the Nevermore, the finishing move in question. I really like that one. Can we have a preview? We cannot get a preview, I guess.
Shit! On me!
That being said, that was one of the main big things, and you know, the theme of Season 5 was of course all black, all black, all black. This one is the one we really have to talk about quite a lot. It's also all black, and of course you saw this. This is the skin that you unlock together with the chopper and the AN-94 at the end of the battle pass. So, but the problem with this skin is basically this is pay to win. This is pay to win. One of the problems with Modern Warfare Warzone is of course the way lighting works in this game, and that now is the living bezoinkers out of me. With the simple, basically when you go inside a building and outside, it's like from full dark almost to full light. And biologically speaking, what happens, you know, or biologically, basically your eyes need to adjust to the light change, or the change in light. It's not that you can see perfectly in both super, you know, bright and super dark spots, but the problem is you have to adjust your eyes to it, or your eyes have to adjust to it. You don't have to do it yourself. Your eyes will most likely do it automatically. I'm not a doctor, so go ask one of those. But generally speaking, you know, when a normal light, when we have been sleeping for 8 hours in a completely dark room and all of a sudden a flashlight goes off, it fucking hurts, you know, we feel it. And this skin basically is so shaded black that it's extremely hard to make it in a way that is basically visible. Compared to, you know, no, of course, understandably, we've got him a few times before. I don't even know if I can find him, but Jaeger, our beloved fellow over there, with his tracksuit, his red tracksuit. God damn. I mean, I like these intros though, but it's kind of annoying when making a video such as these. But basically, you know, the Jaeger with the red tracksuit, everybody probably knows him. But the Roze, I mean, pay to win is to say the least. Sit with this skin in a dark corner and you have the best advantage that there is. If you even, you know, have a black gun like the AN-94, you know, it makes it so much harder. Now, I'm holding a golden gun, and of course that will stand out a lot more when operating in dark corners. But the fact that you are able to, you know, level up, and like, I mean, it's not even original. Like, this you could say is like special operative. This is like literally a, you know, like a diving suit with a black face mask, you know, and some gear strapped onto it. Like, it's not that there's like some much substance to this skin. You know, this you could say is like a soldier outfit. I mean, this is basically the same one with like, I don't know what's the difference, like different arm pads. This is different, and each has a headset up. And because this skin basically gives you so much benefit, what happens? Everybody uses it. And this is a theme that I see throughout the lifespan of Call of Duty, or Warzone for that matter. Like, they keep on doing this stuff, whereby basically they make something pretty overpowered, they make sure they get the money, and then they might nerf it. Now in this case, the skin is basically impossible to nerf, so what happens? It basically became the meta. I wouldn't be surprised if like 20 or 30% of the entire population of Warzone uses this exact same skin. And that would mean, you know, why would people use it? Is it because it gives you such a disadvantage? Is it because you look so cool? No, it's most likely because it gives you such a massive advantage, you know, in a dark corner. Now, I personally have this one selected. Like, this is also the reason why I have it selected, because it's fucking overpowered. There's nothing much more to say about it. And of course, we can question also the Nevermore finishing move. I'll probably already address that. Hiding in dark corners with this skin basically makes you invisible. You know, it makes you part of the decor. And you could say, yeah, well, that's, you know, the way the game is intended. But if you come from from outside with a bright sun and you have to go indoors in a dark room, and this skin is sitting like basically pasted on the wall as paint, it's almost impossible to get out. And that's why the season 5, you know, it was a little bit better than season 4. You know, but season 4 was when the lockdown and stuff already started to happen. So that's when, you know, you can't blame them too much for, you know, not making the best content. But holy moly, this skin is so annoying to deal with. And that's also why I've selected. Why give up a winning strategy? Why give up an advantage if you don't get punished for it? I mean, there's no reason to give up this skin and use another one if you are like me and, you know, you want the best chance of winning. Especially with the Juggernauts and DMRs and DMMATIs and UAVs, Most Wanted, Heartbeats, Dead Silencers, Stopping Powers. In this world, you can need all the advantage you can get. So basically, it was a brief overview of Season 5, and of course, it's basically this skin and the Nevermore that made made it so incredibly powerful to buy. Basically, if you are a Warzone player that's somewhat professional, this is the skin that you need to have. This one is the one, because it gives you such a big advantage, and you know, clearly, you know, you can see this as a pay-to-win mechanic. But yeah, that's what basically my thoughts, my analysis, and my breakdown will mean. I really hope you enjoyed it. I really hope you learned something new. And of course, I will hopefully see you in the next one. Whelsko out.